What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another video review which are truly CST gaming and everything Microsoft Flight Simulator related. Today we're taking a look at FlightSimFactory A350 Pro Series set for the Honeycomb Bravo. So if you own a Honeycomb Bravo and you want to take your simming experience to the next level, stay tuned. Alright guys, before we begin here, I want to introduce you guys to FlightSimFactory. There's some people out there who might still not know who FlightSimFactory is. FlightSimFactory is an individual developer / manufacturer of Honeycomb Bravo and more products. So not only Honeycomb Bravo, but other stuff as well. In our case today, we're going to focus on the Honeycomb Bravo because that's what we have and that's what we'd like to share with you guys. But going onto his website, he can be found on etsy.com/shop/FlightSimFactory, and you can scroll to all his absolutely amazing products. He has everything spanning from CRJ all the way up to your big boys such as the 350s and 380s. As you can see, featured items on his website right away. It's going to be his new 350 levers, 320 levers as well. We do have Boeing levers for the 737. We have the 380 right here with the 4 levers as well. 777s, 320, 350, like I said. He has introduced this new way of arming and disarming the spoiler as well, with a nice little lever, replicates the real deal in the aircraft. So absolutely fantastic. He's got 727 levers, 747 levers, 75 and 76, which I understand that he's working on a new version of his 75, 76 levers, and we are most likely going to be taking a look at that as well. So again guys, if you don't know who FlightSimFactory is, definitely go take a look at him. He's going to be found on etsy.com/shop/FlightSimFactory, and be sure to use discount code CSTG10 for 10% off on all his products. Again, that discount code is going to be CSTG10 for 10% off. Definitely go take a look at FlightSimFactory. Amazing products. I stand by it. Let's keep going with this unboxing and see what we got here. First thing first, we have the panels here to cover the Honeycomb Bravo with all the different detents and little spots for your ball bearings or for your flaps and speed levers and throttle sets to fall into, whether it's climb, flex, or toga, or in the speed brake section you have retracted, F-way, and full. Same thing with the flaps, all the different flaps position. But let's break into this and take a look at them real quick. Again, really good stuff. Feels really good. You have the letters over here that are actually raised. You can actually feel them with your fingers. I don't know how well you guys can see it on camera, but yes, it has a raised texture on there, and it is solid, very clean print. Absolutely fantastic, man. I can't stress this enough how good the quality of the print is. I myself own a 3D printer, and I cannot achieve this level of fineness when it comes to the print. Maybe he has a much better printer than I do, and I would assume so at this point. I mean, it is absolutely smooth to the touch, no imperfections whatsoever anywhere. An absolute fantastic print. All right, let's keep it going here. We do have our flap lever. Again, the level of quality is absolutely unmatched. Really good. Feels nice and smooth to the touch. It doesn't feel like a cheap little piece of plastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Take a look at this. This is your flap lever, spring loaded to position it into the various gates. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to put this on the Honeycomb Bravo and actually check it out. Coming up next, we have our speed brake lever, which this reworked version of his speed brake lever actually has the ability to arm and disarm the spoilers. So as you can see, very normal speed brake lever, nothing crazy or out of the ordinary. It falls into the gate or the lever just like his other product. He's introduced this ball bearing method over here instead of the plastic spring-loaded plunger that he had initially. Now he's got the ball bearing in there, which is much higher quality. And on top of everything else, he's now introduced the ability to being able to raise and arm the spoiler and disarm the spoiler. Very positive click as well. and I thought that was a great touch. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is absolutely fantastic. I love it. The ability to be able to arm and disarm the spoilers on the lever itself with the Honeycomb Bravo, it's absolutely fantastic. The levers, again, right off the bat, I can tell you right now, smooth feel to the touch, very clean print. I cannot see any type of imperfections anywhere. You have your push button over here on the lever for your I would imagine your auto throttle disconnect, and then obviously you have your reverse levers. Absolutely, look at this, it just pops into place. I don't feel any type of restriction. It just functions the way it should, and it has a positive click up and a positive click down. It is absolutely fantastic. The last thing we have in the package itself is the little covers for the unused levers on the Honeycomb Bravo, which not only act as covers, but they actually act as a retainer to retain this piece into position. So when you put this on, they go over this and they kind of retain all this firmly into place. So here's all the parts you will get in the box when you order a set of FlightSimFactory A350 Pro Series levers for your Honeycomb Bravo. Obviously, like we stated, you're gonna get the 2 plates for the left and for the right position, the retaining clips. You're gonna get your flap lever, you're gonna get your right lever, left lever, and your speed brake lever with the function to be able to arm and disarm the ground spoilers. All right, guys, here we are on my rig. This is my Honeycomb Bravo. On the Honeycomb Bravo, as you all know, there's 6 axes. Your first axis over here on the left is going to be utilized for, in our case, for the 350, it's going to be utilized for a speed brake. The second axis is going to be not utilized, so that's going to get covered with our retainer / plug. Your third axis is going to be throttle number 1. Your fourth axis is going to be throttle number 2. Your fifth one is going to be unutilized, just like the second one. And then your last axis, your sixth axis, is going to be your flap lever. So let's go into the process of installing these plates. Now, these plates, when you install them, obviously you can see that you got to get them to fit properly. So the way you want to do that is you want to move this lever down slightly and this lever up slightly to get them in there. There's going to be 2 clips here in the front and 2 clips in the back. So you got to make sure that you start with the front and you just clip it down just like that. You actually want to raise this up, put it towards the middle somewhere as well, and then start on the top, clip that in, and then in the bottom you want to get that positive click just like that. All right, after you're done with that, you have full travels on all your axes. But again, there's 2 clips on the top, 2 clicks on the bottom. You want to be very careful. Manipulate the levers so that your plate can go in nice and smoothly. Don't force it. After you do that, FlightSimFactory provides you with this little cap, so you just put the cap on there. And not only this covers the unutilized axis, but it acts as a retainer to retain this plate in. After you're done with that, again, you want to move your left throttle to the middle, move this slightly up a little bit, and move your speed brake lever slightly down, and then grab your other plate. And again, you're going to do the same thing. As you can see, there's clips in the top and clips in the bottom. You're going to go ahead and gently position that in there. Make sure the top clips are in, and then you're going to slightly move the lever down just a little bit and make sure you have a positive click just like that. Once you have that positive click, you can move your levers back in their respective position. Grab yourself the little cover, like I said before, put the cover in, and that's it. Now these plates are installed. That's simple. After that, you can go ahead and move on to your speed brake. Again, that just goes right in there. Hold your Bravo throttle if you have it mounted on a desk or whatever. Hold it. Don't just put your weight into it, but hold it and then push the lever down into position, and there you go. Make sure that it all functions correctly. Raise it, put it back in, and there it is. flap levers, same thing. Hold your Bravo and push that into place, because it does have a very positive click to it. And again, you can go and make sure that it all functions correctly the way it should. And in our case, it's perfect. Next, we're gonna work with the throttles. Again, it's gonna have a positive click. It's almost like spring-loaded, if you wish. But grab your right, make sure that you install it on the right side. There you go. Hold the Bravo again, and just click this into place. And again, you have your climb, flex, toga, all the way down. Perfect. Let's put this up to the top, and let's work on our left lever. And initially, it's going to be a little tighter than usual, but as you use them more and more, they're going to loosen up just a little bit. So keep that in mind. Once you put that in there, again, positive click into place, and there it is. Make sure they're all nice and set. Outstanding. And that looks amazing too. I don't know if you guys agree. Let me know in the comment section if you do agree. I mean, this covers the clicks into positions for those. The color is perfect. The size is probably not a 1-to-1 scale, but it's absolutely fantastic for a little home cockpit simulator. The clicks are very positive. You got your buttons here on the side. You got your reverse levers. Again, your speed brake lever, same thing. Spring-loaded ball bearing that puts you into the different position. Retracted, 1, 2, 3, and full. And again, the ability to arm and disarm the speed brakes is going to be a very, very well received addition in my humble opinion. So absolutely love it. All right, guys, what we're going to do next is we're going to go into the sim, and I'm going to show you how to map all this stuff the right way. All right, guys, so here we are in the sim. I am in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Why am I doing this on 2024? Because I do not fly aircraft that are available on 2024 on 2020 anymore. So if the aircraft is available on 2024, I would exclusively fly it on 2024, as I do prefer it over 2020. So the steps to be taken to map your controls when it comes to 2020 are pretty much identical. So follow along, and you should be able to do it on 2020 just as well as 2024. So, but in our case today, we are on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So without any further ado, let's go inside the aircraft. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and power this bad boy up so that we can run you through the calibration and all that good stuff. So real quick, we're going to turn on all the batteries. We're going to get our external power on and available, and that's really all we need to do in our particular situation here. We're not trying to go flying or anything like that. So just having the power on just does exactly what we need to do. Now let's run you into the steps to be able to map all your different controls here. I already have everything set up here, but I'm going to start a new profile just to show you guys. All right, so you're going to go into your control settings, and you are going to go into airplane controls. Now right now I do have an Airbus profile set up for my 320, 319, 320, and 321. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, because there's other things that I have assigned, such as parking brakes and all that good stuff, to different buttons, and go ahead and delete all the other assignments. So first thing first, we're going to go into the little cogwheel over here, and we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to rename it. In my case, I'm going to rename it A350. We're going to go ahead and press OK. And now we have our A350 profile. There it goes, right here. So you can see we have an A350 profile here. All right, again, we are in our 350 profile, and the first thing I want to do with you guys is take care of the spoilers. So let's go into spoilers. There you go. First thing you're going to want to do is assign your spoiler axis, which is this right here, to obviously your spoiler axis. So click on this. Scanning is on, and go ahead and go down and up. Now you may need to reverse this, so we're going to go ahead and check it out real quick. We're going to go ahead and save, go back into the sim. We can clearly see that our spoiler axis does not need to be reversed. Neither does the flap, if I remember correctly. The only ones you're gonna have to reverse are the throttles. But here you go, we got the spoiler full, and it falls into all the different detents by default. You don't need to adjust any of that. The only thing we are left to set up on the spoiler axis is our arm and disarm. As you can see right now, it's not working. That's pretty simple. Let me show you guys how to do that as well. Again, we're gonna go back into our settings. We're gonna make sure that we click controls and make sure that our Bravo throttle button is selected, which it is. And we are in our 350 profile, which we are. And again, we are going to search for spoilers. Now, we have the axis already assigned. Let's go ahead and assign our arm and disarm spoilers. So we're gonna look for, there's your disarm auto spoilers and arm auto spoilers. Now, in order for us to arm it, we want to pull up on the switch. So pull up and push it back down. That's it. Now your arm is assigned. The one thing that's left to do is disarming the spoilers. In order to disarm the spoilers, we want to tell the sim that when we depress this button, we want to disarm it. And there's a certain way to do that. We're going to assign the same button to disarm. So you're going to select disarm auto spoilers, you're going to pull up, and you're going to push down. The only difference is that now on disarm the spoilers, you are going to go into the settings, and you are going to set it to control on release. Very important. Same thing with 2020, guys. You want to set control on release, meaning that when you release this button, push it down, it's actually going to function. So you're going to click on this little button right here that says set control on release. You're going to go back, you're going to save, and you're going to resume the sim here. Now, once we are back in, as you can see, our spoiler axis is still functioning as it should. When we pull up on this, the spoilers are armed. When we push down, since we have a set on release of this button, it goes down. It's that simple, guys. Arm and disarm. Arm and disarm. How freaking cool is that? Arm, disarm. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. All right, let's continue on with the settings here. The next thing we're going to look at is our flaps. So let's go back into the settings. We're going to go to controls. We're going to make sure that our Bravo throttle button is selected, which it is. We're going to let it load with the 350 profile up here, which it is, 350. And we're going to look for our flap axis. Again, we're going to type in flap. There's a flap axis right there. We're going to click on it. We're going to begin scanning, and you're going to go ahead and lift up on this, go all the way down, and come back all the way up. And that's it. Now we're going to go back, save. We're going to resume the sim, and we're going to make sure that all this is functioning. We got position 1, position 2, position 3, and full, just like that. Absolutely fantastic. Works as it should every single time. Now, let's take care of our throttle axis, guys. Let's do that. So here's a throttle. Obviously, right now it's not assigned to anything, so it's not going to work, as you can see. So let's go into the settings and get that situated. All right, settings, one more time. Controls, again, your Bravo throttle button, make sure it's selected. Sometimes it deselects stuff. That's why I keep stressing that. Make sure it's selected and make sure you have 350. And let's go, we don't need to search in this particular instance. We can just go to power management and we can go to throttles, and here's all our throttles. First thing we want to assign is throttle 1 axis, which is right here. So we're going to click on that. It's going to start scanning. You're going to get your left throttle. You want to move it all the way up, and you want to move it all the way down. Now we're going to do the throttle 2 axis. Again, throttle 2, all the way up, all the way down, just like that. All right, guys, this is very crucial here. In order to map our reverse the correct way, you need to pay attention to this one, because this involved an extra step to be able to get your reverse axis here of your Honeycomb Bravo levers here from FlightSimFactory to work correctly. So first thing you want to do is you want to assign the left reverse lever to throttle 1 cut and throttle 1 decrease. So first thing first, let's go here, assign left reverse lever to this, and then assign left reverse lever to decrease. Again, throttle 1 cut, reverse lever, throttle 1 decrease, reverse lever as well. So same key, same function. The only difference is that in that particular occasion, you're going to go into throttle 1 cut, click on the cogwheel, and we need to set this on release. It's very important that you do this step, otherwise they're not going to work. You want to set your throttle 1 cut to on release. We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go back in it to make sure it's still there. It is on release, perfect. And then we're going to do the same thing with throttle 2. So again, throttle 2 cut to the number 2 reverse levers, up and down. Throttle 2 decrease, number 2 as well, up and down. Again, the only difference is we want to go into the throttle 2 cut, click on the cogwheel, and set this to on release. And now guys, we are essentially done. Now we can see that our levers are correctly mapped, as you can see, but idle is good. When you go to climb, it's not sitting in climb. When you go to flex, it's not sitting in flex. Toga, obviously it is. Idle it is. How do we fix that? Well, very simple guys. We need to go into our EFB over here, and we need to go to options. Under options, you're going to go to throttle calibration. The first thing first for our Honeycomb is very important. Reverse on axis need to be ticked to no. You do not have a reverse on the axis itself. Use global dead zone. I pick no. If you guys want to do differently, that's entirely up to you. But excuse me, the first thing we want to do is set idle. So again, make sure your levers are all the way down, and then you're going to click on where it says idle. Boom. And it's going to say calibration idle set. Now we're going to put our levers into climb. Make sure they fall into climb. And then you're going to click on climb. Now that's set. We're going to put them into flex and click on flex. Now that's set. We're going to put them into toga and click on toga. And that is pretty much it, guys. We are now done with our levers. Let's get a good view here so we can show you guys what we're looking at. Now we have idle. You can see it's going to fall right into the climb detent, flex, and toga, just like that. Now let's get our plane into a running state so we can test the reversers. All right, guys, engines are up and running. As you can see, we can go all the way up to toga and back down. You can hear the engines pulling up. Very good. Now let's test our reverse. Pull the levers up. The aircraft goes into full reverse, as you can hear. Looking at the engines, you can see that we are in full reverse. And then putting our levers down, because we have that on release set, literally turns them off. Up, reverse, and down, released. That's simple, guys. Well, that is it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did like it. Let me know what you think about this product in the comment section down below. Again, this is the A350 Pro Series by FlightSimFactory. Check them out. Be sure to utilize CSTG10 for 10% off your purchase. Until next time, guys, I salute you all. Please continue to stay safe, have fun, and as always, peace out.